Hey everyone, MrTass Tech Reviews. It has been a little bit of a minute since my last review, but I got a really cool item sent to me, and I want to check it out with you and let you see what it's all about. We'll go through some testing, and hopefully this will be a nice little video, and you'll be able to make a good decision on if this is for you. So what I've got here is the XTU S7 Pro. It is a 4K 50 FPS action camera, has motion stabilization, 48 megapixel sensor, Wi-Fi 6, and 360 horizontal lock. Regularly it is $159. You can find it on Amazon for $109.99. Now it is Prime Day deals at the moment. But also on XTU's website, they are showing right now a 30% coupon that can be applied, which should also bring it down to roughly the same. So let's just kind of go through the specs here of the camera. So it's a little action camera, kind of like your GoPro Heroes, those types of things, but by XTU. And you can see on the side there images in the video. But it's the S7 Pro, which was just released, has an ISP image engine, wireless mic support, magnetic release, which that is interesting to me. I'm wondering how strong the magnet is. I do plan to attach this to a radio controlled car for some action shots, and we'll see how that goes. But again, 1/2-inch sensor here, 1800 milliamp battery, which is supposed to have very fast charging, and the image stabilization with horizon lock. So all of that is designed to give you better video, clearer video when you're using it as an action cam. But I also want to check it out as just a fixed cam too, just to see kind of how the quality looks. But you can see the correction there. Magnetic quick release. So attach it to various different items there. Switch the aspect from 9:16 or 16:9 instantly. So that's cool. Wi-Fi 6 fast transfer and the fast charging. And one camera endless action. So it looks like you can get cases for underwater and different waterproofing that way. Dual noise cancellation is nice. Smart pre-recording, so you don't miss the shot. And a 2.8-inch display, 426 ppi. It has voice controls also, and everything that you'll get in the box, which we'll get to the box in a minute. They do also do a comparison of the S7 Pro versus a GoPro Hero 13 and why it's better. Again, all those different things we've kind of covered there. So you can check this out on their website. You can see the difference here between the two devices and see if that works for you. And like I said, you can also find on Amazon. I'll include an affiliate link that can take you out there and you can give that a shot. But you are here to actually see the device. So let's get going on that. And here it is. So this is the XTU S7 Pro. Nice packaging, nice box. Has again that information over there on the side, on the back. Just again, all the information we just talked about. And it helps if I have a knife to open this with. Okay, let's go ahead and open it up and see what's in the box. There we go. So again, nice quality hard box there, good graphics. And we've got an XTU Action memory card usage guidelines. Okay. And then a nice user manual, 2-year warranty. User manual in your language if you need a different language. So it should have the camera, USB cable, battery, different information there. We'll set that aside. And then inside we've got our camera here. Decent amount of weight to it. It's not too heavy. And that magnetic on the bottom there. It's got some screen protecting just shipping covers. So you'll peel those off. And we've got our power button, record button, pop the battery out the side. Let's see if we get a little closer here. There you go. Nice little device. Nice and portable. And then we've got in here, got a USB-C to C cable here. This is the battery. Slide that in. It's got a little pull tab. And the battery is lithium ion battery, rechargeable, 1800 milliamp, 6.84 watt, 4.35 volt. Weight is 31 grams. And then this is that magnetic mount. Oh, she's magnetic, but Oh, okay, there you go. So you press these little clips, and that also makes it added. That is a pretty strong magnet once it's attached with the little clips. Just give it that extra bit. So easy way to detach when you need to detach it. And there's nothing else in the box there. Set that aside. Set all this aside. Here we are. You got your camera, your battery, your USB. So on the side of it, there is a flap here for the USB-C to connect. I'm going to plug the battery in. So inside there are 3 little sides there. Here goes the battery. Battery came about half charged. It's set to 4K. It is a touch screen, so that's nice there. All right, I'm going to work on getting this set to English real quick by checking the manual. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I switched it to English. So let's kind of go through what we can see here. So you can swipe down, and that's how you can get to settings. And in settings, you can go into Wi-Fi, so you can connect it up to your phone, both for, I think, live streaming and controlling the device. Okay, so Bluetooth device. That's how you can connect up an external microphone. Auto dormant, auto power off, English language, video format, voice volume, display. You can turn the LEDs off, date stamp, power tone, key tone, cap tone, grid, date and time, so we can set your voice control, reverse charging if you need, so you could use this as a charger if you had to for your phone, format the SD card, factory reset, and information. Now I've put a 32 gig SD card in here for the moment that I had lying around. And then go here, auto segment, LCD, LDC off, code info, okay. No files to play. Video, so we got normal, lapse video, slow motion, quick stories, underwater, car looping, so you could use this as a dash cam, video and photo, night scene, there's also raw photo, long exposure, burst photo, timing photo, lapse photo, and normal photo. So let's just go back to normal video. And yeah, I think that's what we need for now. Again, you've got I tap the button there, it's recording. And stop. And then, okay, so you can do up to a 4 times digital zoom. So we can get that clear again. So you can do up to a 4 times zoom there. So that's cool. That's nice if you are using this in a stable format. It's a little hard to click out of the menu sometimes, particularly when you're holding it in a different direction. But let's go ahead and get this attached. Now, one thing I will note, while it has the brackets to connect to different devices, it doesn't give you anything to connect it to. It doesn't give you the rest of it. It just gives you the clip. You'll need to have your own setups, whether that's an attachment on your bike, on whatever you're attaching it to. You'll need to have that all ready for that point. And then you can attach their magnetic and be good to go. All right, let's talk about the app. This is the XTU Go app here. And you can connect to the camera via Wi-Fi. So you can go to the album user. So if we go here, we can go view files, so all the files are recorded, or you can go into enter camera. And there you can see camera's right there. It's connected in. And you can go in here, and this is where you can change all the settings. And it has a lot of settings that you can control. And you'll see in all the videos that I took, I was controlling it from my phone while it was attached to my head. But in here, you can go and set your resolution. You can see there's 4K 30, 4K 30 HDR, 4K 30 Super View, 2.7K 50, 2.730 HDR, 1440, 1080, and 720 settings. There's a 720p 240. Now, I did not see a 4K 50, so I don't know if there's a firmware update or if it's the 2.7K, which is 50, or if maybe one of these 30s is actually a 50. So that is one thing to check into. It does have gyro stabilization options. You've got super, super enhance, or gyro flow. And I go through all of this in the videos that'll follow. You can have it auto segment by 1 minute, 3 minute, or all. I generally wouldn't auto segment because then it's a lot of little files split back together. But I don't see an option to off. You can have the audio turned on or off. Let's see what else we got. Video encode, you can have it as H.264 or 265. You can turn your pre-recording on or off. Meter mode, average, center spot. The shutter, you can set it to auto. You can set your white balance. Got a few options there, auto, daylight, tungsten. You got some scene modes here. The sharpness, medium, lower, high. Image quality, you can set to standard high. I recorded all of these actually in standard. I didn't switch it to high, so I don't know if that just affects photos or videos. I will try to get some photos also, so I didn't do that. You can set the filter, normal, black and white, colorful. You can set your brightness, contrast, saturation, and an anti-blur. You can also go into device settings. This is where you can set the Wi-Fi frequency, the Wi-Fi, auto dormant, auto power off, language, video format. I had recorded the videos out there in 50 hertz. Generally, I would use 60 hertz. Voice volume, LEDs, you can turn those off. Date stamp, power tone, key tone, cap tone, grid. A lot of settings. Format the SD card and the information, and just so it's clear, this is my firmware version that I'm using from looks like April 29th. So I don't know if there's a newer one out there, but you can also clear cache in there. And so there you go. That is the app and the settings. I'll show the video. I'll also try to get some pictures. But my general quick thoughts before we get into that, and then you can stay and watch the videos for more information. Weight, it's not bad. It does get a little warm when you hold it. The biggest things, I would like if it actually came with some screen protector options. I'm going to see what's available online. And the biggest failing I found is the whole clip system. So I was using this hat because that's the only thing I had with the action camera settings. So if you're just getting into action cameras, you're going to have to buy some other accessories to attach this to. I'm going to go look on for attachments that'll let me connect it to a tripod and different things that way. So that was one of my big things. I do like the magnetic connection point though. That was very handy. You just squid, and it's, I mean, I felt secure. And then it also would be nice if it came with a little bag or some way to protect the device. So I'm going to use, I have this old lens kind of leathery pouch, and I think that's what I'm going to use to store the device to try to protect the lenses, outside of also finding little lens covers if I can. So those are my big thoughts. I think it's a great device. Quality seems fine. I'll check the videos. And I think it's very usable on the price at $109 on sale or $159. That's a really, really nice price for a 4K little action camera here. But yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if there's other type of review videos you'd want to see. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, I am going to control this camera completely from my phone. I'm going to use it to change the settings and everything that I need to do there. And as you saw in the other little image, it's attached to my head. So I am a walking action cam at this point. Right now we're in 4K 30 FPS, I believe. Might be I think it defaults back. I can check that in a minute. But just walking from stairwells down. And just so you get a feel here. I'm outside, bright and into the sun. Then we turn away from the sun and walking on. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to check my settings so I can report back. Okay, I'm now in 4K 30 HDR, and I've also set on stabilization mode to super. And I'm going to, before we get to all these videos, we're going to go through all the settings when you're setting up the camera. But again, let's just get out here where we can get into the sun and see what that looks like. So now I've got full sun shining on, turning, looking, and we're walking some more. And yeah, that is some bright evening, well, setting sun off in the distance there. Now it's not shining in my eyes, so a little better there. Okay, gonna switch some modes again. Now this is 4K 30 Super mode, which I'm wondering if it's just a wider shot. And again, we'll just turn around here. Turn, shaking my head back and forth. Yeah, the stabilization does work, but if you shake your head all the way, it kind of gets a little wobbly. Alright. Walking on. And you cannot change the settings when you are recording, so you have to stop it to change the settings to record. So we're going to stop again. Now this is 2.7K 50. So we'll see if we move around here. Let's go see what it looks like in the sun. I'm realizing if I don't give you the same video every time, then you can't entirely compare the two. So let's walk back up so we can get some direct sun exposure on us. And I still have it on super for the stabilization, so let's change, well, we'll do all those in a minute. So yes, now I'm back in the sun, turning, and solar flare there. All right, these are going to be a quick gyration test. So this is me shaking my head back and forth, up and down, turning left and right, turning my body. Okay, let's turn on stabilization. And I am in 4K 30. This is turning left and right, head bobbing, turning around, got a car coming, moving out of the way. This is super enhanced, turning, tilting, looking, and turning my body. And yeah, you can see the little bit of delay there. And this is gyro flow, so shaking head, turning, gyro flow, walking out of the way of a car. This is going to be a still test, at least as best I can, so you can kind of better compare in the same lighting, same settings. This is 4K 30, 4K 30 HDR. Again, trying to keep my head still. 4K 30 Super, 2.7K 50, and I don't have any stabilization turned on for any of these. 2.7K 30, 2.7K 30 HDR, 1440p 60, 1440p 30, 1080p 120, 1080p 60, 1080p 30, 1080p 30 HDR, or no, super. Sorry, 1080 30p super. Oy, so many modes. Nope, that last one was 1030p HDR. This is 1030p, 1080 30p super. There are a lot of 720 modes, but this is the 240 720. 720 240.